So we've been going at this for about 18 months on site, looking to build the restaurant and the hotel. Each week, more and more progress is made, and it's something staggering, the progress that's been made. But its progress hasn't been without its challenges. How all this started was Alex and Ali started looking for a site to build a new restaurant and have a hotel as well. And they were keen that alongside the restaurant and the hotel, there would be some growing areas to grow the vegetables, to make sure that we minimise the time it took to get the produce out of the ground and onto the customers' plates. So Alex asked me if me and Anne would be interested, and that has got a, and we said yes straight away because it's such an exciting project. And that has got to be getting on for 3 years ago, because at that time they didn't have a site. And it was a year of looking for a site at the various parts of Northumberland, North Northumberland, West Northumberland, South East Northumberland, any part of Northumberland where there was a potential to have a restaurant, a hotel and a garden, we looked at. And then I remember that Alex came to me and said, actually, Bob, I think we might have found somewhere. It borders on Close House Golf Club. He says, and alongside where we think we could build a restaurant and a hotel, there's a walled garden. As a gardener, anybody who says anything about a walled garden, you just automatically get excited. So I remember we went and had a look, and it looked amazing. There's this 2 to 3 acre site where the restaurant and the hotel is going to be. And it has an existing sort of 1960s, 1970s style building there. And you could sort of visualize what could be built there. And but the thing I was interested in was the garden. So they secured the site, and then they looked to the architects to design and draw up what a restaurant and a hotel could look like. And it was very much based on Alex and Ali's Scandinavian open plan sort of vision. So while they're all doing that, I'm thinking about the garden all the time, what we can do. And then it progressed, and it became very, very clear that the building of the restaurant and the hotel was a massive project. There were lots of people involved. There's obviously the ownership group, and then the architects who they enlisted. Then there was the builder, the structural engineer, the civil engineer, the electrical engineer, the mechanical engineer, the drainage expert, the ecologist, the council, and I'm sure I've missed other people, but there's lots and lots of people doing lots and lots of stuff. And one of the things I was asked possibly about a year and a half ago was whether or not I could help with that coordination and be a project coordinator. Never, ever wanting to be and would ever be the project manager, because that's the builder who does that. But anything I can do to help in that sort of help the builder, the master builder we've got, to help him in any way and help with that coordination. I think the reason I was asked was because before I was a gardener, I did spend a lot of time running projects. I worked in IT for 35 years, and IT technology wasn't my specialism. My specialism was in working with people, in coordinating and managing. So I thought that's a good thing to do, and you know, it'd be really enjoyable and all that. And totally underestimated what was really involved in all this, because yeah, I had 35 years as working in projects and IT projects, then spent 10 years as a gardener, but spent no time at all working in the building industry. So all the terminology, all the people, all the coordination was completely new to me. What I found is it's been a great learning lesson for me. I've learned so much more about the construction industry. I said that at the start, there's been some challenges. I think we've all watched Grand Designs. Every sort of building project seems to have its challenges, seems to have its issues. And that's one of the things we found working on the site. It's a great site. It's an unbelievable setting. It's surrounded by incredible mature trees, and beyond the mature trees there's a golf course. It overlooks the Tyne Valley. You couldn't pick anywhere better. But what we've got to do is build two buildings. Where we are at the moment, so we are at the stage where the focus is entirely on the hotel. Going to do the hotel first and then do the restaurant. The reason we're doing the hotel first is because it's on the southern part of the site. So it makes sense to do the southern part of the site, finish the hotel, and then move forward onto the northern part of the site. So where we are at the moment is the hotel, as the restaurant is going to be a timber frame construction. And there's a company at the minute busy making that timber frame. But before they can construct it, where we are at the moment is we have to put the foundation in place. And the foundation involves, as I think in most constructions, is you have hardcore, and I think it's about 250 mil, and then you have a concrete slab. Underneath the hardcore, you have a gas membrane, and then on top of the hardcore, you have the concrete slab, and you have to have something to pour the concrete into. And we have used a product which has fantastic publicity, but I suspect it's never been used on the scale that we're using it. And we're finding the issues surrounding using this product on a major sized construction. And that has caused quite a lot of issues. It has really challenged everybody involved. We've got a super builder. He's got lots and lots of years of experience, but he's been challenged by this. But we're through those challenges. What we find is we'll hit a problem. Everybody starts scratching their heads, and then a solution will be identified. I would like to think that some of my solutions get pushed forward, but it's got nothing to do with me. It's the guys who've got the years and years of construction experience who come up with that solutions. So sometimes you're going along, you're making really good progress, you hit a problem, you have to find a solution to that problem. You might lose some time, and then you progress further. I don't think, from my experience of working alongside this construction project, I strongly suspect that most construction projects have issues from time to time, and it's about dealing with them, overcoming them, and making sure that we've always got our eye on the prize, which is to have a first-class restaurant with an amazing accommodation and a fantastic setting. In terms of, I used to be 100% the time gardening, me and Anne, and I would think it's probably, it was at one stage 50-50. It's probably moved a little bit more towards the gardening side because we've restarted the box scheme. So it's probably 65%. So 2/3 I would say is gardening, but it's a third of the time I do work on the project. And what that actually means is you just have to find more time. You know, you haven't got your sort of set time. Basically, it's just expanded my working life. So it's just taken over. Right? It's incredibly rewarding, and it's great working with different experts in a different field, and you learn so much about things like that. But I still can't wait until I'm back to being a gardener again. Sometimes difficult to put when is this thing going to be ready, but the plan is to get hopefully the hotel up in 2025, focus on the restaurant in 2026, finish the garden off in terms of its setup in 2025, plant out the garden in 2026, and I think we'll be looking at opening up either late 2026 or early 2027. Who knows? You know, I mean, everybody's trying to do the best they can to get it done as quickly as possible at the right quality. So that's a sort of, it's either going to be late 2026, early 27, I would say. What we've always got to remember as far as this project is concerned is the aim is it to be one of the best restaurants in the world. To be the best restaurant in the world, you know, we're very lucky. And I've got Alex, who's one of the best chefs, but everything surrounding that has got to be good. My responsibility, making sure that we grow the right produce, making sure we've got the right standard for the restaurant and the hotel. So there's no flexibility at all on quality. We're aiming for the best quality you can on everything we're doing, whether or not it's a restaurant build, the hotel build, the garden build, the interface with customer. One of the things Alex always says is the customer is the single most important person in all this, and we've got to deliver the best possible experience for them.